All right, bro. So let's just jump into it, man. So I appreciate you sitting down with me. Just kind of let the people know where you from.
I'm from Dade County, man. I'm from Miami.
Okay, okay.
Bottom
You
of
were born and raised in Miami, or you were born like in the Caribbean?
My parents are Caribbean. My mom is Haitian. My dad is Jamaican. But yeah, I'm born here in Miami, Dade County, like Cutter Ridge, right here.
Okay, okay. So what's the meaning behind the name Smile? Well, is it Smiles or is it Smiles Official?
All right, so it started off as Miles, right?
Hmm.
Really got it from my homeboy in high school because that nigga said like, bro, you could be pissed off, you still smiling, or like I don't know, it was something back in the day, like, and it just
Uh-huh.
stuck. It's not even the same no more, but it'll be like, bro, we could be getting our ass kicked in a football game, and I'm still cracking jokes and smiling, and you know what I'm saying, making the best of the situation. So I guess that's where he got the name from, and he gave it to me, my boy Carlos. You know what I'm saying? He turned himself
Okay.
over to the Lord. He's a pastor, a doctor, and he travels all around the world now and stuff. Helping
Damn.
people heal and stuff. But yeah, I got that name from him, so got to get a credit where credit's due. Then later on in my career, right, when things started popping off, we had our first record on the radio.
Hmm.
We got a letter from a lawyer from a group back in the days, and I'm familiar with them because I grew up in that time. But they were on Smiles and South Star, right? So I guess they had
Yeah.
copyrighted and trademarked individually and as a group. So, it was like a polite letter, whatever. So we just did what we had to do and changed the name at the time. I was hanging around like T-Pain and these people in the studio. They were teaching me a lot of shit. And my Twitter, they had made me make my first Twitter, whatever. And my Twitter was
Hmm.
Miles Official. So going on from that point or whatever, they made it Smiles Official. They were like, fuck that shit, man. You Smiles Official. They just used the Twitter name.
Okay, okay. So then you go by your Twitter name as just your regular name now.
Yeah. So they used the Twitter name. They used the Smiles Official Twitter name, and they ran with it, and that just became the real name. And you know what I'm saying? We've been running with it ever since.
How was it growing up in Miami? You said you're from Dade County, right?
I'm from Dade County, yeah.
I be hearing a lot of shit. I'm from New York, but I be hearing a lot of shit about Dade County.
All
You know, it's the
my older
hood.
brothers,
The
all my
zones
older
be out
brothers,
there.
yeah, all my older brothers are from New York, so that's you know what I'm saying. I'm familiar with it.
Uh-huh.
Growing up in Dade County is different. It's very cultural. I grew up around a lot of Hispanic people. You know what I'm saying? I mean,
Hmm.
it's everything really, so I can't say that, but yeah, a lot of Spanish people, majority down here, and Latin people, the Latin community down here. But I mean, I really like fuck with everybody, So I've been I want to say when I started off, like when I was young, we were in the hood, kind of. You know what I'm saying? By the time I got to like high school, my parents, you know what I'm saying, coming from the islands and working their ass off and doing what they had to do to give me and my brother our own rooms and whatever. We moved
Hmm.
to a bigger house, a place called Country Walk in Kendall. And that's when,
Hmm.
like, so I would say, like, I was more around black people in the hood and in my younger years in Cutler Ridge, ghouls around there. And then, like, when I got a little older, like high school, we moved to Country Walk, so I got to diversify. You know what I'm saying? I was around a more
Yeah.
predominantly Hispanic neighborhood, and I got to like, you know what I'm saying? Get the best of both worlds, I guess you could say.
So how does that influence like your music? Because you grew up like when you were younger in the hood, then you moved like to a middle class kind of neighborhood later on in your childhood. But how did that influence you and like what you rap about or your sound?
Well, I mean, I guess I just can relate to more people because, like, I could talk that shit about the hood and niggas would know it's solid. You know what I'm saying? And then I could
Mhm.
talk, about another subject that might touch the suburbs or whatever it is. Also after school, I played college football in Massachusetts, and I learned about all types of culture.
Ah,
Like I learned about people from Maryland, from DC, the whole DMV, Virginia, that people were on my team. I had people from Connecticut, New Hampshire,
mhm.
um, Vermont, like the weirdest places that I've never heard of, and we were all in one school. You know what I'm saying? Of course, you had the New
Mhm.
York and the people that were from Boston because I was going to school in Massachusetts. So it was like, bro, like you just hear different accents. People eat different foods. People are just. I think it's the best thing. I would suggest anybody go out of state for college and get that experience, bro, because it just like makes you so cultured. Like like you'll understand from different perspectives, and like you go out of town, you'll be hip with what they're hip with. You know what I'm saying? Like I got people come down here from DC, and I can relate to them because I can talk about half and half and mumbo sauce and the go go and
Yeah.
like, hold on, you from Miami? How you know about that? Well,
Right, right.
like.
Yo, that's dope. So, you say you played football in college, right?
Yeah, I played for 1 year.
For 1 year. Okay. How was that? And why did you stop?
I knew that question always comes up, and whatever it is, what it is. I'm not ashamed of my past. It made me who I am. I played 1 year. I went up there. Played 1 year. Came down here with my knucklehead friends. I got locked up. Never made it
Mhm.
back. Lost the scholarship,
Yeah.
and that was the end of the story. So I
Okay, all right.
started doing what I had to do down here to get money. And I was actually supposed to go back and play for FAMU. It's a black school,
Right.
black college. Later on, I was supposed to go back, but I got tied up down here making money and doing, what I'm saying, what I had to do, and it just went out the window. I wasn't thinking football no more.
How long you locked up for?
Not even long. It's not even that. Like I caught a case. I ended up beating the case, but
Oh, you
just
beat it. Okay.
having that felony charge, the college wrote me a letter saying zero tolerance, boom, boom, and the type of charge it was, and that was it. They took the scholarship. They said that's it, no more whatever. They actually wrote the
Yeah,
letter
they don't
saying
want
that
to
I
hear
could
that shit.
return to the school, but they weren't gonna pay for it. So that was like the end of that story right there. Because I'm not gonna be paying all that money to go up there. You know what I'm saying?
Have a bunch of student loans and all that shit and get
Yeah.
in debt.
Fuck all,
That's ass backwards right there.
yeah. Fuck all that.
Yeah. So I was listening to Street Academy, man, and one of my that's your new joint that came out in like 2020. Like that's your most
Yeah.
recent one, right?
Drop a project every year for my birthday. That dropped in August 11th. I drop it on August 11th every year. It's became like a ritual thing or whatever you want to say because my birthday is actually the birthday of hip hop. By some conspiracy, it is. So
Yes, it is.
every I drop a project. And another cool fun fact is that DJ Kool Herc is Jamaican, and I come from Jamaican background. So DJ Kool Herc is the guy who invented hip hop, the DJ that
Right.
invented hip hop. So it's like a thing that's personal with me, and I do it every year. So every August 11th, you can expect a project, a song, something. I'm gonna drop something every August 11th.
I mean, that's dope, man, because you're a rapper and you were literally born on hip hop's birthday. It's almost like you were destined to do this.
Yeah. Hell yeah. I mean, bro, I don't know. Yeah. It's like a miracle thing, but I got all of that. Like my older brothers like instill so much hip hop into me because like I told you, like they're from New York, but they're like my oldest brother's old enough to be my dad. He's like 50 something. So they came from that era when it was really on the block. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
With it, the freestyle battles, the breakdancing, they're like from that era for real, for real.
Yeah, because when I listen to your music, you got that southern accent, but you're lyrical as well. It reminds me of kind of like Two Chains, and like Two Chains is one of my most favorite rappers because he's from Atlanta. He got that southern swag, but he still spits bars.
Yeah, facts.
Um,
Two
what
Chainz
were your
underrated.
influences coming up?
You said
What you
what?
said?
No, I said Two
I
Chainz
was saying, what were
so
your
underrated.
I know. Two Chains is really underrated. A lot of people are like, nah, especially in New York, they don't really take the time to listen. But if they do, they're gonna hear some shit. You know what I'm saying?
Super underrated. But what was the question though?
I was saying, like, for you, like, what were your influences coming up? Is it Two Chains? Is it somebody else?
Two Chainz, I fuck with Two Chainz heavy. My favorite rapper, I would say the best still, like the GOAT is Jay-Z. That doesn't change for me. And then other
Hmm.
than that, is my personal favorite was T.I. growing up. On relatability. You know what I'm
I can
saying?
hear that. I can hear that.
Felt like our lifestyles were similar, and what he was rapping about was what I was really going through, and I really related it to, you know what I'm saying, his music at that time, especially like the younger Ti. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's like we were really living that out here, like So and it's funny you bring
T.I.
up.
is another dude that's underrated.
Yeah, we actually got a record with Two Chainz, and we were supposed to drop it, but things got complicated with the label. Like Two Chainz did it out the love, but
Hmm.
Def Def Jam and all the other the label stuff gets complicated when it comes to clearing shit. So it's like that's another thing. Like artists got to educate themselves. I'm glad I've got as much education as I got in the game because now I understand things at a different level, bro. Like, yeah, you could go get that song, but you might not even be able to drop it. You know what I'm saying?
Right, right.
But
It'll
yeah,
just be for you.
Change is definitely like, bro. He's definitely up there for me, like in my category. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, 2 Chainz is dope. T.I. is definitely another one that's underrated, just like 2 Chainz, and I could definitely see that influence in you.
Yeah.
I saw something that said like you started out as a party DJ. Is that true?
Yeah, in high school when I was playing ball in high school and shit, we used to DJ on the weekends. So I used to have a DJ set. We used to have a little we used to have a DJ crew called Market Boys. Like, cause we were all Caribbean. It was like one Cuban dude. It was like 2 Haitians and 3 Jamaicans. We were a little crew and we had like 2 DJ sets. So sometimes if I was at the club spinning here, we would send the other set to do a house party there. And, you know, we had a little DJ crew running. And yeah, that was in high school. I kind of gave it up after that.
Okay. But y'all was getting money though.
We was
having fun with music.
Bro, listen, for some high school kids, yeah, we was getting some money. I remember I did a party once in high school, right? My boy gave me a gig and it was the first Cuban heart surgeon or something having a party down here. And I was like, bro, well, I don't know any Cuban music. He was like, bro, I'm gonna stand by you on whatever they request. He's like, we're gonna make I used to DJ off of CDJs, the Denons, right?
Yeah.
So he was like, listen, we're gonna make the CDs before the party. I know all the Spanish music. We're going to put everything together, and when we get there, we're going to have another channel on the iPod, because I got Spanish music already if we're missing anything. And he said, whatever they ask for, I'm going to tell you what to play. You're going to be fine. Bro, that was the most money I ever made DJing in high school because we were about to leave. I had to go to the club because it was supposed to end at 12. The doctor himself comes up to me. He goes, bro, he's like, how much are they paying you to go to that club? So in reality, I'm gonna keep it 100 with you. They were gonna pay me $150, bro. So I lied to him because I really want to go to the club and shit. And I'm like, oh nah, they were gonna give me like $500. Mind you, we already got $500 from him now. So this guy's like, I'm gonna double that. Gives me a stack. Boom.
So you made $1,500 in that night, high school, DJing.
In high school.
Wow.
That shit was like, I was like, wow, yeah, for real. I could have probably told him whatever I wanted to.
Right. So for you making that money at such a young age behind music in high school, is that something that influenced you to be like, nah, man, I'm going to make this shit a career because I can make money off of this?
Well, me and my boys, bro, we used to always have a saying. We said if we ain't make it playing ball, we was going to make it rapping. If we ain't make it rapping, we was going to make it trapping. So it was like a little thing we always live by, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you ain't do this, you're going to do that, you're going to do that, but we ain't going to lose, like, you know?
Right.
Yeah, but it definitely influenced me. I'm still actually, like, I have my own DJ team. Like, you can follow Streets Enterprise DJs. I got a team of DJs. They're all active. They're all still making the company's still making money. I kind of made my company, like, in a way that we make money off of other things in entertainment and don't just depend on the artist. Because, you know, like, you know, it could be hit or miss. It could be the artist is eating for this amount of years, and then it's a slow patch. And then, so we had to find a way to keep the money coming in all the time.
Tell me about Streets Enterprise. Is that your record label that you started yourself?
Yeah, me and my partner, Trav, we started that.
And then you signed yourself too, right?
Yes. So I'm on my own label, but I'm also an owner. So I wear 2 different hats.
That's dope. Tell me about your first performance. Do you remember it? And how did you feel on your very first performance?
My very first performance, I remember it like it was like yesterday. It was at Club Tucker's. Well, I had did one thing like in like a high school party before. I did some kind of a performance, I guess you can say. But not like a real performance, like the stage and everything big like that.
Right.
Yeah, but Andy said Mountains to Climb, MTC. You already know.
Yeah.
That's our football coach from high school because he had passed away, but he always taught us mountains to climb. So, you know, like you get to one level, you got to keep striving for the next level. It's always mountains to climb. You know, it's like a saying that we got. But
That's a fact.
The first performance, getting back to the subject, the first performance was at Club Tucker's. A comedian reached out to me. His name is Larry Dog. I call him my uncle now because we've been close for so many years, right? Miami Larry Dog on Instagram. BET, he was on BET Comic View and stuff like that. He was big at the time, and you know, he was like, "Yo, I'm throwing this open mic thing. I've been listening to your music. This is from MySpace." He was like, "I want you to pull up." Da da da. At the time, I was like the #3 unsigned. A lot of people don't know this. I was #3 unsigned artist on MySpace, behind like I think it was like Grind Mode at the time was #1.
Wow.
And crazy thing, because I get to this thing, Grind Mode is there, Ball Greasy, Piccolo, Billy Blue, Briscoe, like all these big Miami artists. So like, I'm like, damn, like who is this Larry Dog guy? Like, he got me like here with the big dogs. You know what I'm saying? You got like Trina in the crowd, Ross, like Khaled, like, and this is an open mic. You know,
You
and
in
I'm
good
like,
company then. You in real good company then.
company, and like I guess like that open mic kind of put my foot in the door, like, you know what I'm saying? Like that I had a good start, you know, like it kicked
Right.
off the right thing, you know, and I was in good company since then. And all those people still remember Young Smiles. That boy was like 16, 17 years old when Larry Dog first put him on stage. And Larry Dog is kind of like everybody's uncle. So like people respect if Larry respects you type shit. Like,
Right. If you get the cosign from him and people know him in Miami, then that means that you're official too.
exactly. And it opened up a lot of doors, man, with DJs, with everything.
So you went from that to, now you have a billion or a million streams on Spotify, right?
Yeah.
How was that, man? How did you feel when you got that plaque in the mail and when you just found out that you had a million streams?
It was a great feeling, bro. Like it was like I didn't even catch it. Like I think the people on the label, like my partner Trev and a couple people caught it, and then they made the plaque, had the plaque sent to me, and it was like a nice surprise, whatever. You know what I'm saying? But me, I'm the type, like I said, with the MTC Mountains to Climb. Like now, I'm trying to get an RIAA. You know, I need a gold plaque. So you know, now I got some things cooking this year. I just want to get to that next level and always get to that next level. So, you know, like this is part of it, you know, like I tell a lot of artists, I try to give artists advice. They come to me for advice because like I have accomplished, even though sometimes I don't think of it like that, I have accomplished a lot of things on the way up. So it's like, at the end of the day, it's like I try to tell artists, don't starve trying to do this though. Like make sure you figure out how to feed your family and if you're in a good mental place, you're gonna be able to produce fire music. Like don't be homeless and starving talking about trying to go to the studio. Make sure you fix your life first and stuff like that. So I always encourage artists to find other ways to make money to fund this. And I always tell them the real that this is gonna cost money. A lot of artists don't want to spend money with a DJ but be mad that the DJ won't play their music. Or maybe you don't have to spend money directly with the DJ, but you need to be where he's at or support him enough for y'all to be homeboys. And now he's not charge you, but niggas think like they live in a delusional world where they don't want to put in the work. They're not gonna go hang out at the DJ's party and support the DJ, or they're not gonna go do this or that. They're too cool for this. People like believe the hype. It's not what it is. So I tell people all the time, I say, listen, you know, look at me right now. You like how you said, oh, a million streams, this and that. And a lot of people look at me like I'm successful. I'm still hungry, bro. Like I'm investing in the stock market every day. I'm dressed like this right now. You seen what I told you? I'm dressed like this right now playing. You know, I opened up this tax office last year. That was the most clean. That was the most legal, clean money I ever seen. Real deposits to the bank. Ain't no, you know what I'm saying? I ain't chasing a promoter. I didn't get it off the block. Nothing. Like this is like straight real deposit. Boom, boom. Like bam. So I'm like, bro, look. I tell people, look, figure out the money situation, because at the end of the day, you got to be able to invest in your career. Kingpin, I don't know if you know who Kingpin is. He worked with Bigger Rankin.
Nah.
All right. Well, you know who Bigger Rankin is?
Yeah.
All right. Well, he works with Bigger Rankin closely. He's like one of his managers. He one of the people that helped me along in my career too. One day he told me this. He said, "Little budget, no problem. We can find something to do. No budget, big problem. You know why? Because it might not even be about the little money, but somebody might want to know that you're serious. They just might want to know
Right.
that you're serious. And boom, 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 making moves towards your career. Somebody might step in and help you, right? But
Mm-hmm.
no budget means you're not giving no effort. If you can't come up with
Right.
like if you can't come up with $300-400 to put into your music career, how you think you're gonna compete with like these big artists? People don't understand it. These big artists dumping millions of dollars in budget and promo
Yeah.
behind their projects. Like it's not like this shit's not happening by itself. They're not all over the
These big
radio. And
commercial
you,
commercials.
it's a commercial, bro. They're promoting themselves. It's everywhere.
And it takes a lot of money to do that, a lot. And a lot of people, you're right, kind of think that they'll just get signed off of their talent or something like that. But that's just not the way it works, man. It's just really not.
More that I mean, if you were Tony Braxton back in the 80s, 90s, something like that, and you were singing at the gas station, and they said, okay, oh, that you have a lovely voice. We're gonna do artist and work on you. But I've been to the labels. I've turned down deals. Labels don't even do artist management no more. That's out the window. There's no, I mean, not artist management, artist development.
Artist development. Mm-hmm.
That sector of labels is out the window, and soon A&Rs are going to be out the window because all they did last time I went over there, they rather get an office with a room of computer geeks that are researching your social media and your analytics, and they're playing the numbers. They're playing the numbers, so it's cheaper for them to get a room of people like that to figure out who's really hot on social media than for them to give an A&R a salary. Then you got to give him a business card because he got to get rentals, hotels, plane flights. He got to take the artists out. It's like a recruiter for a college, right?
Yeah.
He got to take the artists out. He got to do all of this. So it's like labels are cutting back on all of that. So you got to be self-made. Like at the end of the day, you got to already be self-made doing what you do. It's no more artist development. Like nobody's going to discover you off of talent. Nowadays, anybody can put a computer in their home and get a little Pro Tools and do this shit. It's not like, it's not hard no more. So nobody cares about your talent.
Social media is the new A&R. And just like you said, a bunch of people can see who's hot. And if you're hot already, the record label, they got to spend less money on getting you known. And also, they got clout because they have the new hot rapper. If you sign the Baby or Lil Baby or whoever's the new hot rapper, of course you're going to win. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Nah, that's a fact. That's a fact. So yeah, they're going off of the social media stuff like that. You just gotta go make yourself hot. It ain't no more. Oh, I'm gonna show you my song. A lot of people be like, yo, I'm gonna show you my song. I'll tell them because I understand. You know, coming up, I tell them I'm gonna listen to your song. That's cool, but what do you want to accomplish by showing me your song?
Right.
Some people are like, oh, he's an asshole, but I'm just real and I'm preparing them for the real. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. I got a homeboy. He's an R&B singer or whatever, right? All right, because the reason I bring that up is somebody said or singer, right? He's an R&B singer, and I told him, I'm like, bro, dope music. He has the look, everything. At the end of the day, bro, that's even more expensive than a rapper. Why? Because you can't even do the poor man's hustle, running through the strip clubs and getting your song hot. R&B singer go straight to the top, radio, television, like a pop singer. You can't go club to club with no Justin Bieber. You can't break Justin Bieber like that. You got to go
when
to.
You're a rapper. You can be a little bit more gritty and grimy, a little bit more dirty.
Hip hop,
Singers, they got to be full polished.
Yeah, hip hop. You could get in the trenches. You could grind it out. You could get in the streets and get people to know you too. So like, there's still a little room to get hot without spending the big bag. You know what I'm saying? But. Yeah. But I don't know, bro. Like it's hard. The music business has changed. You just gotta know how to adapt, pretty much.
I seen that recently. You had a baby, man. So congratulations, first of all, on that.
Appreciate it.
But how is it that you can? Well, is it difficult for you to balance like your family life and also your career at the same time? Like, how do you find that middle ground?
Well, you know what, Doc? I'm gonna be honest with you. It's a little different because you have a family, right? But I haven't really got to experience it because with the COVID and everything, anyways, I'm not going out anyways. It's not too much to do anyways. So it's like, But really, to tell you the truth, like a year before I had the baby, dog, I already was slowing down because I was like, bro, I started seeing the game move in a different direction towards the internet. And I started seeing it like more, and I started saying like, why am I out in the club throwing $700-800, $1,000 up in the club, depending on, you know what I'm saying, what night you're in there, and you doing this shit 5 to 6 times a week. And the money adding up, and you're like, but are you really getting results from this? Like, this shit old school. Like, and in reality, ain't nobody gonna outdo what BMF and them did back in the days. Like, ain't nobody throwing money like that. So, are you really gonna break the artist? Are you really gonna break the artist like that? Like, I had a strip club joint. So the big hit, the one that had 1 million streams and it was all over radio, I got a bag. I kind of had to take that route. It was a strip club record. You know what I'm saying? It was a money record. It was, you know what I'm saying? So I ran in the clubs. Boom. I had to throw the money, do the do the show. I had to, right? But other than that, I said, man, shit, next song, I ain't gonna make no song about money like that, boy. Because listen, hey, in Miami, you know the DJ gonna call you out. Smiles official in the building. He got bang. Them bitches gonna be.
Now here you go. Now you gotta throw money up and all that shit.
You got called out in the middle of the whole club, dog. Now you gotta throw it.
Hell nah.
Yeah, dog, but shit, man. I mean, it is what it is. I gotta see. You know, I got some new shit dropping, so I gotta see when I get back out to it. I actually got another baby on the way, so. But to me, like the whole thing. Yeah, people make it sound like it's so hard. It's not really hard. It's not hard, I guess, if you're prepared for it. Like, I'm financially prepared for it. I'm in a good position. I guess it's probably hard, like, if, you know, you still at your mom's crib or something, or you still, like, struggling. Like, I would say if this happened to me at 18, you know what I'm saying, 17, 18, that it would have probably been hard. But, like, from 25 up, I feel like I would have been able to handle it. It would have been no difference from, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So are you an actor too? Because I saw something that you said you was on the set of The Rent Man, right?
Yeah.
What is that? Tell me about The Rent Man.
Oh, the guy that I was telling you that had first put me on stage, he's a comedian. So he's shooting a movie, and they had involved me in it. They got me to play like a lawyer in some part. You know what I'm saying? So, so yeah, that's a movie. I don't know when it's gonna come out or anything like that. I did my part, and I'm just kind of waiting to see what happens.
So they're still filming it and everything right now.
Yeah, I think they're still doing scenes. I don't know. I'm actually checking. You just remind. I'm gonna see what's up. See if I get the date when that's dropping.
You're like, oh shit, yeah, I did do that.
Yeah. Forgot about that.
That's what's up. So man, let them know where they could find all your music and what you got coming up next.
Man, listen, I got everything on every streaming platform. You just type in Smiles Official. We're on YouTube. I've been slacking. I need to shoot more visuals, put more shit on YouTube, but we got stuff on there. But mainly just streaming. Like all my newest stuff have been on all the streaming platforms. You can find me on Instagram, Smiles Official, Twitter, Smiles Official, Facebook, Smiles Official. It's all the same.
Before we get out of here, you doing shows in Florida right now? Because I know Florida, you know, with this COVID-19, like they don't give a fuck. Florida's open. Are you performing and everything?
Florida, yeah, it's been open, but not me personally, because of the protection of my family and stuff. But the other thing is, like, there's no real good shows. Like, it's really like strip clubs and shit like that open. And the thing is, like, bro, I had like 3 like good concert type shows lined up for good paychecks. And they got canceled right before COVID, and that was like the last time I was gonna be booked. I've had a couple people come to me with, you know, the little small checks, $500, $1,000, shit like that. Oh, come do this, but I'm like, bro, I'm not really trying to be in that environment right now because, you know, yeah, niggas can say the numbers are fake and the this and that, but that shit there, like, I feel like they lying to us about everything. They don't really know what it is because I seen young kids die, I seen old people. So, you know what I'm saying? I don't really know what we're dealing with. I'm not going to risk my family's health or future with, you know what I'm saying, for $1,000, $500, you know, like that.
Man, that's smart, man. That's smart because you could end up losing something so priceless. You know what I'm saying? And that money would be nothing compared to that, you know?
Yeah, for a couple of dollars, bro. It's not what it is right now. I'm waiting to make sure everything good, and then I'll really jump back out there like that.
Hell yeah, bro. Well, look, I appreciate you sitting down with me. You know, thank you for taking the time out of your day. And whenever you drop some new music, man, DM me, let me know. I'll post it up on my page and all that shit. I'll let the fans know and all that.
I got you. I got you. We got something big coming real soon. I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to jinx it. So I'm going to definitely, if we get that going, I'm going to hit you back. We're going to have to get back on here and talk some shit.
Yeah, man, we'll do another interview. Hopefully next time it'll be in person, depending on where you at, depending on where I'm at. But we're going to put it together.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Thank you very much for stopping by. I appreciate it.
All right, my brother. Take care.